Hello everyone, it's Cherie. Welcome to my channel. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's happy and enjoying life and having lots of fun crafting. So today I am working in my journal and I wanted to document this little visit that I had with my grandmother. We had dinner at her house with my brother and his kids. And I snapped a few photos of my grandmother and my step-grandfather with my kids, so it's her great-grandbabies. And these were taken last year, and I just have not gotten around to putting them in my journal. So I have this little card here that I had made a while ago, and I just felt like it went really well. I like the fact that there was a little girl in there, and I don't know, I just felt like it went well. It was a food themed card somewhat, so of sweets, so it worked out perfect. So I also had went ahead and pulled out a book page that had a cute little illustration on it that I don't end up using, and a vintage kitchen label with the pots there, and of course that graphic 45 that I cut apart that I have been trying to use up for good gravy, I don't even know how long, a very long time. And of course I didn't use it again. So the first thing I did was try to place where I wanted to put my photos, and then I went ahead and cut out some linens that I thought would look pretty. And I believe this one is from Cover to Cover Creations is what I want to say. I will link the shop below in the description box if you want to check it out. And so I was just trying to figure out where I was going to place it. And I liked how it looked under that little card that I made. And please excuse my voice. I have been sick for over a month. I just got a really nasty flu, and I'm just now starting to get to where I'm feeling more like myself, but my voice is still a little wonky. So then I pulled out this other linen and cut it up, and it was a big one that I had printed full size, and I think it is from a shop called Reminiscing Strangers, if I'm not mistaken, and I will link that shop below as well. So I went ahead and just traced where it was going to end up on that ledger paper, and then just kind of cut it down to size. But I left the bottom part so that I could fold it over the edge. So I've got where I want my, in my head, I know where I want my pieces to go, so now I'm just going to start sticking them down. I hope that everybody's doing good and having lots of fun crafting. I have been trying to get my craft room as much as I can, which isn't very much lately, but that's okay. I enjoy every little bit that I get to do. So I just go ahead and fold that flat down, and I like how that looked because I wasn't really feeling the ledger, I guess you could say. And I think part of it was because of the that's black and white stripe paper there. It was kind of throwing me off, just because I don't really use black very often in my book, so it just was, throwing me off. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this photo on the back of that card that I made. And I decided that I wanted to just make it a little, tip it in and make it a little flip out, is what I was thinking. And then I'm going to go ahead and stick these pots and pans up in the corner, this little label here, but it wasn't sticky anymore because, like I said, it's vintage, so I just had to add my old adhesive, which isn't a big deal. But I do like how that looks. I like how that other linen looks across from the picture of the little girl. So I'm going to go ahead and tip that in, and a lot of times when I do journal about my grandmother, it does relate to food, because we eat dinners together. We go to her house and she comes to mine, and she always has her table set so pretty. And we, my sister-in-law and I, when we go visit, we get right in the kitchen and help her and whatever she needs done. And at the end, we usually clean it up for her, wash the dishes and clear off the table and all that good fun stuff. And she just eats it up. So I went ahead and tipped that in, and I was thinking that I would write a quote in the middle of that label, the linen. It's been a while since I've done a voiceover, so please excuse me. And I have this other large photo. I'm just trying to figure out if I want to put anything on the bottom. I really liked that label, but it was kind of big, so I'm just going to fiddle around here and try to figure out which little pieces I want to use. And then I have this little scrap of book page that has a really cute illustration on it of some little kids, and I really wanted to use it, but I don't end up using it on that page. Then I found another little scrap. I love using scraps, what can I say? And I just stuck that on the bottom there and put a little piece of washi on there, just for a little added interest. So now I'm working on these 2 pages, and I have this little photo of my daughter and my grandmother, my youngest. And I'm going to go ahead and glue that, or I was thinking about gluing that illustration down. But I wanted to add a little more decoration on this ledger here. And this napkin is a vintage napkin. It's actually one that I got from my grandma. And I decided I would go ahead and decoupage it down. Well, it's been forever a lifetime since I've done any kind of mixed media or decoupaging or anything like that. So I am definitely a little rusty, and it kind of turns out a little messy. But it's my journal, and that's okay, and it doesn't bother me. So I'm just going to go ahead and use some Liquitex matte gel medium and stick that down. And I think what my issue was, I don't know if I pulled all the little plies off of the napkin, but it got a little crinkly, which is fine. Like I said, it's not that big a deal. And I just brushed that on, but I still like how it looks, and once it dried, it actually looks better than it does right now on camera. So I'm just going to go ahead, and I knew on this page, because I loved that floral in the background. It's like one of my favorite papers. It's just so pretty. I didn't want to cover it up too much, so I was just going to kind of make this like a little mini scrap page. And I had recently got these little flowers from Hobby Lobby, and I just thought they were so pretty. These little paper flowers. They're very thin, so that's why I got them, because I didn't want to get something that was going to add too much bulk in my journal. And because they're so thin, they hardly take up space, but they're just so pretty. I got a pack of white ones and yellow. So I figured I would go ahead and use the flowers to frame around the page. That's what I was thinking. And then I pulled out my sticker sheets, a couple that I've been trying to use up, and started pulling off stickers and using them to decorate the other pages as well. And then this one is from Simple Stories, and I think it's from Simple Stories. I could be mistaken, and it just had like little phrases of family and home, and they were transparent, and I really like that. I love transparent stickers. They're probably my favorite ones to use. So I just stuck one there on the photo that said family is for always, and the colors went really well. And then on the other side, I put a little arrow sticker that said love this place. And then I'm back to these little flowers here. So I kind of jump around, obviously, between page to page. Especially if I get stuck, I will put that, whatever I'm stuck on pause, and then go to something else, and then I'll come back to it. So I'm just sticking these little flowers down, and I really like how it looks. And I love that photo of my grandmother and my daughter. It just makes me so happy. It's so sweet. And the little grandbabies know right where the treats are in her pantry. Like when they come over, they always say, "Grandmommy, can we get a treat?" So it's really cute. And she just thinks it's so hilarious that those little babies know exactly where those treats are. So I decided to go ahead and use that little piece of book page, and I stick that on the bottom, and I really like how that looks. And I'm back to these stickers here. And I go ahead and put a little house above that arrow there. And then I use the word home. So we're all really close with my grandmother, and of my siblings, I mean. We all try to visit her on a somewhat regular basis. My brother is, he's really good about it. But lately, like I said, I've been sick, so I haven't really been able to see her. And so now I'm going to go ahead and add the word wonderful down there. Like I said, I was just kind of trying to make that right page just like a little scrapbook page, but nothing that was too extravagant, you know, because I'm trying to not bulk up my journal. I'm trying to keep it slim. And then there was another little piece of that vintage napkin that I'm going to go ahead and use down there. I went to her house, it's been a couple years now probably, and she had like 3 or 4 packs of vintage napkins. And I was like, "Grandmommy, are you going to use these?" She was like, "Probably not. You want them?" And I was like, "Yes, please." Thank you. And I just absolutely love them. She said she had got them for like 10 cents at a yard sale in her little community. I was like, score. So then I'm going to go ahead and look through these Maggie Home stickers here, just to see if there's, you know, anything that might work. And I pick out this little bird, stick him down there, and I grab a few little phrase stickers, and that one says collect beautiful moments. And then I figured I'd go ahead and use this capture today as just like a little title for the spread. And then I'm going to go ahead and do my journaling. Like I had a little pocket that had that little journaling card that I had tipped in there, has a little sheet of paper in there. So I wrote on that. And then I write on my ledger, and these are the close-ups. And that pretty much wraps it up. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was a pretty quick one. It was very simple, nothing too extravagant. And I hope that you guys have a blessed day, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.